everyone. Welcome to Attack of the Show, where we are going to single-handedly cure your case of the Mondays. Yes, we are. Steven Spielberg, you might have heard of him, the movie guy. He's going to give you a chance to be a big-time director. We've got the inside story on his new reality TV venture. Plus, wise guys in gay bars? Really? Yeah, The Sopranos let us have it last night, so we're going to have a little sit-down of our own, if you know what I'm saying. And Invasion fans, rejoice! Your show is back on the air, and actor Tyler Labine is here to fill us in on what's to come. All this plus a new co-host. That's right, the Olivia Munn era begins right about now. So what do you say? Why don't we just get this Attack of the Show thing going already? Good.
Pick up on this.
All 14 of them are excited. We paid each and every PA to clap today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Attack of the Show. It's Monday, April 10th. I'm Kevin Pereira, and I am honored. It is a privilege to welcome our new co-host, because it says it right there in the prompter. I had a little trouble sounding it out. Olivia Munn, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. Come on now. In all sincerity, very excited to have you on the show, Olivia. I know.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here.
We've daily nutted a few times last week.
Yes, we have nutted a few times.
It's been so much fun working with you. I can't wait to have you on Attack of the Show. Now that you're here, I'm curious, how was your weekend?
It was awesome. I went to a party. Don't really go out that much, so it was really fun to get out.
I missed the Evite on that one.
Next time. Yeah. Next time.
Yeah, sure. Just getting started with the friendship thing. Way to start it off with a bang.
And then it'll be great. We'll become best friends.
Okay, cool.
And then I went surfing Saturday and Sunday during the day in Huntington Beach, and then I caught up on my TiVo.
Oh, you're TiVo girl.
Yes,
what were you watching?
TiVo. This new show called Little People, Big World.
That's the like the midget reality kind of thing, right?
Yeah, they're called Little People.
The dwarfs?
They're called Little People.
The Oompas?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Oompas or Little People.
All right. So you like the reality TV, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Good. You're gonna fit in very well around here because we like trashy, low-rent TV as well.
Oh, good.
That's why we make it. You may want to clear some space on your TiVo, though, especially for a new reality series that's coming out. It's called On the Lot, and it stars someone that you just might have heard of before, actually. Let's see. I think we have a picture. There he is right there. Steven Spielberg.
Yes,
yeah.
Mr. Spielberg himself.
The movie guy with the dinosaurs with the raptor arms. The show aims to be sort of like a mix between Survivor and The Apprentice, which really isn't a huge surprise, as the executive producer is Mark Burnett, who, as you might know, produces both of those shows, along with pretty much every other successful reality television show for the past 6 years or so. So, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. But I did like it the first time when it was called Project Greenlight.
Ooh, sorry, Steve. She's feisty. She's feisty.
Oh.
Yes, that's a bit of a snap, but it's true. It's true. It does sound familiar.
It does sound familiar.
But it's kind of approaching things a little bit differently, actually. The show is going to feature 16 different teams of producer-directors, and the grand prize is a feature film that's going to be produced by Spielberg himself. Not too shabby. You want some details, though? Here's how it breaks down. The teams will have to create one short film each and every week. So the films will be in different genres like horror, comedy, romance, snuff, you name it. Then it'll be shown in Spielberg's private screening room to a panel, which will consist of a movie executive, a film critic, and a very special guest. They're going to give their notes, they'll talk, they'll eat the milk duds and the popcorns, but then the audience will vote on the outcome, and when he fires people, the best part of it all is Spielberg's catchphrase. It's going to be this. It's going to say, "You're a shill for the Hollywood system, devoid of talent and existing solely on the creativity of others." Actually, that's really not a good catchphrase, and to be honest, Olivia, I just lied. I don't know if that's true or not.
It would be a great catchphrase.
It would be pretty good, actually. But yeah, I'd wear that on a T-shirt. But no one knows how involved Steven's going to be in the show. He's pretty busy getting that whole Indiana Jones sequel ready to shoot. You know, the one that he's been working on since The Last Crusade in 1989. The show will debut mid-2007. He's a busy guy.
Busy guy. All right, well, from reality to, well, someone's fantasy, I'm sure. That's right. Things really got crazy last night on The Sopranos. The episode featured a wedding, a beating, and a club full of sweaty gay bikers. In case you missed it, that's right, Kevin, here's a short little recap. Johnny Sack cried like a schoolgirl when the feds dragged him out of his daughter's wedding. Tony agreed to whack Rusty Milio as a favor to Johnny, and keeping with the theme of senseless violence, Tony also beat the Stromboli out of his new bodyguard just to show his crew that he's not weak. And the biggest holy crap moment of the night, Vito was outed. Two wise guys were collecting money from a gay bar when they bumped into Vito, dressed like the biker from the Village People, with a sweaty man friend by his side.
Yeah, that was a pretty shocking little revelation there. And no one knows what he's going to do. You know, last we saw him, he was in a hotel room with a gun. He might off himself. Maybe he'll shoot the guys who found him out. Who knows?
That'd
but
be interesting.
I liked Tony profusely vomiting after he beat the old Stromboli. That was hot. So Sopranos, good stuff. And speaking of shady deals, actually, the New York City gossip circles, they're all up in arms, chattering away. And not because they were refused entry into like a trendy new restaurant. No, this time, it's all about extortion. Ooh. Jared Paul Stern, a freelance writer for Page 6, the infamous gossip column in the New York Post, has been suspended while undergoing a federal extortion investigation. Now, Stern is rumored to have demanded $100,000 and $10,000 annual payments from supermarket tycoon and billionaire Ron Burkle. Of course, like anyone who's been accused of anything, the writer claims it wasn't his fault and that it was really the billionaire businessman who offered him the money. So, you know, he's the victim here, Olivia.
Well, isn't he? Aren't they always?
So they claim.
So they claim.
Now, with the internet, you know, making celebrity gossip not only ubiquitous but also fair game to anyone with a camera phone, are people who do this for a living forced to really get this cutthroat? I mean, the sad thing is I have a feeling that things are going to get a lot uglier and a lot cattier. Meow. That was me getting catty on you. I'm sorry.
I noticed. You do that a lot, actually.
I made to take the claws out. I do. I like it. It's my kitty cat. That's what I got. Olivia, you are kind of a mystery to our viewers at home. I know everything about you. Some would say too much. I have the photos. But I want to give them a chance to really fire away with their burning questions. So what would be off limits?
Nothing.
Fantastic. She's an open book. Take advantage of it. Email us through our web form at attackoftheshow.com/ask us, or you can chat with us and ask your question there in our IRC chat room. Just go to chat.g4tv.com.
All right, everyone. Coming up after the break, our gadget expert, Will O'Neill, will show you which digital cameras are best for, let's say, marginally legal activities.
Attack of the show, baby. Attack.
And now, joining me here to skirt the line between legal and not so legal, it's gadget expert Will O'Neill. Will, welcome to the show, buddy. Doing very well.
Good, man. Having a good time today?
Having a fantastic time. Olivia's here. We're going to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart right now.
Changes, that's right. Yeah, sexy stuff. Anyway, you're a funny guy. Thanks, Kevin. So I know you've all been wondering, which digital camera will work best in dark movie theaters? And I have the answers. But remember, if anyone asks, you don't know me. Here at Attack of the Show, we know times are tough. How better to make some extra money than by making some bootleg DVDs? But before you run out and spend all your hard-earned cash on some hardware, you're going to know which camcorders are best at recording, you know, low-light situations. Come on.
First up, I checked out the Canon Allure 100 Mini DV.
The Canon Allure can record video in 16:9 or widescreen format. Additionally, it has 20x optical zoom, as well as 800x digital zoom and built-in image stabilization. That's not enough. The whole thing will cost you only about $400.
With the Allure 100 Mini DV, we're looking at a... Hey, yo, what's up, dog? Oh, nah, man. I'm recording a movie. You know how I do it. Yeah. Man, I'm going to have to call you back in a minute. Anyway, with the Canon Allure 100, we're looking at an initial investment of like $400. Shh. The GigaShot can record to the 30-gigabyte hard drive or an SD card.
The Toshiba GigaShot has a huge 30-gigabyte hard drive, but it can also record content to an SD card. That's not enough. It also has digital and optical zoom, as well as image stabilization.
With its 30-gigabyte hard drive, the Toshiba GigaShot is a good deal at $800. The JVC Averio line is no joke. This baby bypasses tape altogether and records directly to the 30-gigabyte hard drive.
With the Averio, JVC threw in everything, including the kitchen sink. Like the Toshiba, it has a 30-gigabyte hard drive, and it can also record to an SD card. Like the Canon, it can record in 16:9 widescreen format. But it also has 10x optical zoom, as well as 200x digital zoom.
The Averio is pretty high-end at about $1,000. Hey, baby. Want some popcorn?
Ew.
That's right. Well, there you have it. While the JVC Averio line is great, that $1,000 price tag, that's a big pill to swallow. That in mind, we got to go with the $400 Canon Allure 100.
Yeah, all kidding aside, remember bootlegging is illegal, kids.
Oh, is it?
We don't, yes, Will, it is. We don't endorse it in any way. Pay for your ticket like a grown-up. But if you have to back up a movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Isn't that legal?
Yeah.
Movie backup?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. No. You picked the Canon Allura 100.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Mini DV. All right, so we went with tape. I'm surprised. I thought for sure you'd go with a hard drive-based thing.
Well, it's really affordable. It's $400, whereas the ones that have the hard drives are pretty expensive. Like the JVC is like $1,000, and that Toshiba one as well is like $800.
Right.
I mean, it's very cool and sexy, that technology. But I mean, if you're like a hack bootleg, DVD guy like you or me, then $400. I mean, I can barely afford that.
And what's nice is you can switch between widescreen and normal aspect ratio on the fly, right?
On the fly, there's a button there. It's pretty cool. Which is great for like letterbox type stuff and the normal.
So again, we're picking this for the price. In case they didn't hear, what is it?
$400.
$400.
$399 plus tax. So it might actually be a little bit more than $400.
They get you on the tax always. Thanks, Will, for sharing the camcorder.
Sure, no problem.
Everybody, don't go anywhere. We've got exclusive interviews with the cast of Scary Movie 4 plus an inside look at the bizarre world of public access television. Yeah, you really don't want to miss this one, I promise. Stick around. Late at night, while most of us are asleep, an odd assortment of people step in front of the camera and hit their local airwaves. They're the stars of public access television, and they're also the subjects of the new documentary, Public Access Hollywood.
Howdy, I'm Mr. Gray the Martian, and I'll be singing the second song with Did Ezekiel see a UFO?
People are getting on public access to be famous because it's free airtime. Why not?
And you've been an actress for how long, Ruth?
About 30 years.
Okay, and you've been on sitcoms?
But Mr. Biscuit's only been in the business 11 years.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're all here, aren't we, for fame?
Will Peragine directed the documentary. He joins me now. Will, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for having us.
I got to say, I watched the movie this weekend, and half the people in the room were just rolling on the floor laughing. The other half were almost in tears because they felt so sad for these people. What is everybody's fascination with public access television?
That it's just different than what you're seeing every day on TV. It's like you're flipping the channels and you're seeing these slickly produced, big-budget TV shows, and then wham, you've got this raw...
Well, speak for yourself now. Come on. Sorry, continue.
And then you've just got something that's just so raw and so different that, you're like, well, what is this? And it's...
What is it, though? Like, what's the guy with the singing green puppet? What's his deal? Like, who is this guy? Why is he on TV?
He's David Hart, and he thinks he's reaching the masses and the children through his puppets every week, and preaching about Christian Science and the dangers of drugs and the existence of UFOs. So.
And he used to be a real actor, right?
He did. He said, well, he claims to have been on Chico and the Man and the Dating Game, but I can find no records of him being on those shows. So he also claims Jim Henson was a Sunday school teacher.
Right.
So you got to take it for what it's worth.
And he claimed to be, was he abducted by aliens or visited by aliens?
Both. Abducted and visited. He's visited from time to time, and still he wanted me to go out to the desert with him and film UFOs. And
that's where you drew the line?
That's where I drew the line, yeah.
Yeah, just imagine anything. He's that guy on MySpace that the 2020 reports warned you about. Like, come visit the aliens with me in the Mojave. Yeah, no thanks, buddy. Why are they doing this? Like, I understand that he thinks he's reaching the kids and warning them about the dangers of crack, but is it because they're local celebrities?
Well, yeah, they are local celebrities, and, it's different here in Los Angeles. People think that, oh, if I can just get my TV show on public access, some Hollywood director is going to see it, and I'm going to get discovered, and I'm going to be famous. Right. And the reality is it's not how it works, but in a way it is, because look at Francine Dancer. She has this cult following of people who know who she is. Same with David Hart. Have these huge internet followings, and...
But I mean, they're famous. They're like, there's a T-shirt that says, I'm a local celebrity. I mean, it's fitting for them, but... At what price are they getting this fame? Because they're not getting let into any clubs, and if I'm correct, some of them are actually homeless while they're also doing the public access.
It's true. What is it costing them? Their own dignity, pretty much. To get up there for a half hour and do whatever they do, but it's not really costing them anything.
Are we seeing a like a Wayne's World syndrome here, that everybody sees that, oh look, you can get popular, you can get big, this is huge, we can do this, or has this been going on since even before that movie?
Well, it started in the 60s. I can't remember. 1968. The government mandated that public access has to be part of these cable franchises. But yeah, I would say probably when Wayne's World took off, there was probably brought more attention to public access, and trying to think of something recently that would have drawn attention to public access.
Well, probably not a lot, because it sounds to me like public access is kind of going the way of the dodo.
It's starting to die, yeah.
Is this because of video casts and everybody's on the internet doing this thing, or?
It's because of the internet, video casting, podcasting, blogging, vlogging.
Right. Any other cool buzzwords that the hula hoop kids are saying?
Yeah, and also satellite TV doesn't offer public access, so I think that in the next 5 years you're going to see in a different medium, a different form.
Sure.
You're
You
not
think
going to have
perhaps the Francines of the world will migrate to the internet?
Yeah, absolutely. I think internet's going to kill the public access star.
Have you? What was your first? Do you remember your first public access encounter? Is there something that draws you to it, or?
You know, the first person we saw was Francine Dancer, and it was just like, who is this person? And, you know, we just kept seeing her week after week, and like, well, let's go find out, because it's like Mr. Rogers says, these are the people in your neighborhood, so let's go find out who these people are.
Thankfully not in my particular neighborhood, but yes, I understand. The greater Los Angeles neighborhood. Well, I got to tell you, Will, it is a phenomenal film.
Thank you very
for
much.
coming on and share it with us, and I hope everybody out there takes a look, because I think it's right up there, very ironic alley. Everybody, to get the whole story, head on over to publicaccesshollywood.com. It's right there, and you can pick up the DVD and learn even more about the stars that you just saw. Stick around, though. We're going to dazzle you with the oddest sites on the web. We call them gems of the internet. Plus, the stars of Scary Movie 4 sit down and field our admittedly softball questions. It's coming up next. Starting tonight, my friends, G4 will boldly go where no other network has gone before. It's the launch of Star Trek 2.0, an entirely new way to watch classic Star Trek episodes. Star Trek 2.0 allows you, the viewer, at home to interact in a variety of ways with the classic series. You'll see trivia facts and show-specific stats. You can take part in real-time chat and play along with the Spock Market, which is an interactive tool that allows you to buy and sell shares of certain characters. Catch it tonight and every weeknight here at 11 p.m. on the G4. For more details on the Spock Market and other ways to interact with Kirk and the boys, log on to g4tv.com/trek2.0 for more details. That's period, kids. Now, with new horror films being hatched every single day, it stands to reason that the spoof franchise Scary Movie is never going to run out of fodder. And we got the goofy cast to sit down and chat about number 4. Take a look.
Today, you play a game for your lives.
Scary Movie is back, and for veteran cast members Regina Hall and Anna Faris, it feels good.
It is. It's so much fun. You know, I mean, we do actually work hard, but it's a lot of fun. And every time I come back and I get to work with Anna, and it was great because I got to see Chris Elliott again and Carmen Electra again and Anthony. It's great.
I feel like a senior in high school. Like, you know, just sort of such a sense of ownership over the whole thing. And it's definitely a very comfortable environment for me. We're all sort of like a family.
And Carmen Electra, who appeared in the first Scary Movie, is back, but in a different way.
It's so exciting to come back. I really didn't think that I would be in any more of them because my character dies in the first movie. So to come back and spoof the village and play a completely different character was really fun.
Ezekiel, shall we have a foot race?
Other movies in the crosshairs include War of the Worlds, The Grudge, Brokeback Mountain, and Saw.
Look, I'm on TV, y'all! Check it out!
And there's pop culture references, of course, the Tom Cruise's appearance on Oprah.
He is in the building, the man who saved the world.
Of course, everyone has their own theories on what makes something ripe for parody.
Anything that takes itself a little bit too seriously, I think that we tend to spoof movies that are hits and that are also visually distinctive.
That, and you know, there's got to be the idea that there could be a twist to it.
Hey, you cold?
Yeah, horror movies are incredibly popular. So everybody's obviously having a response to them. So to get in there and, you know, make fun of them, people respond. People love to go to these movies.
Well, anything that's been oversaturated in the media.
And then in one part, you know, there's a bit of behavior that we have a little fun with.
If something happens that strikes us as funny on the set, or if something isn't working, we'll add something.
And sometimes they add things even after the movie has been shot.
I received a call from the producer of Scary Movie saying, you know, I hope you're not going to be mad about this, but we made a few changes in post. It was number 1 in the script, and then it changed to number 2, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not in my house, am I?
Hey, what you doing? Relax, man. I'm just trying to grab some nuts.
4 movies is a lot for one franchise. Will everyone come back for more?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm always excited to see what they write and what they do.
The second they said anything, have you heard anything? Be honest.
You know, at the end of Scary Movie 3, I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I realized halfway through doing 4 just how much fun I was having. So, yes, long story short, you'll see me in Scary Movie 12.
Now, I don't know if you actually caught that at home, but Scary Movie 4 has a cameo by Dr. Phil in a scene that parodies the movie Saw. So if the chance to really see that self-important bald schmuck get horribly mutilated, if that's not enough to get you to buy a ticket, sorry, I've got nothing else for you, kids. Scary Movie 4 hits theaters this Friday. Now, if it's a news story that broke in, say, the last 12 hours or so, chances are it's in the feed.
Kicking things off, we've got some movie news. Lucky Number 11 debuted at a not-so-lucky number 5 at the box office this weekend, raking in $7.1 million. That's right, Josh Hartnett continues to prove he's box office gold. Inside Man boosted $9.1 million for a solid 4th place. Take the Lead failed to do that, landing in 3rd place with just $12.7 million. The Benchwarmers brought in die-hard Napoleon Dynamite fans to the tune of $20.5 million. And finally, Ice Age The Meltdown took the top spot once again, pulling in another $34.5 million worth of screaming toddlers. In other entertainment news, Dogtown and Z-Boys documentarian Stacey Peralta is at work on 6 Nights, 6 Records, 6 Years, a history of the seminal rock band The Doors. The former skate rat will examine the turbulent late 60s and early 70s through the lives and music of Jim Morrison and company. In other news, ABC and the Walt Disney Company will experiment with free downloads of hit shows Lost, Alias, Commander-in-Chief, and Desperate Housewives. The shows will be available on abc.com starting next month. Episodes in the trial run will, however, carry commercials that you can't fast forward through, proving once again that nothing is truly free. From the world of fast cars, Scion has released a teaser image of the 2007 Fuse concept car in advance of its debut at next week's New York International Auto Show. The Urban Coupe has a shorter nose, a lower roofline, and turn signals built into the wheels. Speaking of hidden treasures, Easter eggs, those hidden bits of extra content usually found on DVDs and in video games, are on their way to comic books. The first issue of independent comic Zoom Suit will feature phone numbers and websites littered throughout the panels that unlock additional story elements. In this case, a vast internet conspiracy. And finally, the reluctant internet celebrity known worldwide as the Star Wars Kid has settled out of court with his cyber tormentors. Gislan Ruza, the tough name, has sought more than $300,000 in damages from the former classmates who posted his video of his lightsaber technique. Ruza insists the incident caused him severe emotional distress and made it impossible for him to attend school. Terms of the settlement are confidential. All right, everyone, that's the feed. For more news updated throughout the day, check out g4tv.com/thefeed.
Few shows dare to visit the World Wide Web's freaky side, which is why you love us and our gems of the internet. I just blew them an awkward kiss. I'm not proud of that. Pretty much a low moment.
Wasn't so awkward.
Oh, thank you, Olivia. You know what is awkward? Our gems of the internet, #1, boots for dogs. Seriously, petboots.com has the best dog shoes available on the market today in terms of design, durability, and overall value. Dog boots. According to the site, especially now with the toxic chemicals that they put on our roads and lawns, dogs need shoes.
Wait, don't dogs have paws? Like those padded paws?
Right, so of course you have to protect them. I mean, they're sensitive, I think.
Okay.
Well, let me show you the varieties, because it's not just a boot, Olivia. Here's the standard dog boot, good for normal, walking, trotting, perhaps. Do dogs trot? Something like that.
I think that's a horse.
Oh, this is the performance boot. See, I got this wrong. This is for, like, hardcore games of fetch. Next one's protective boot. So in case you live, like, in a trailer park, perhaps there's some, I really don't know. I don't understand the concept of boots for animals that eat their own feces. I just don't get it.
Well, you know, I can't believe there's more than one boot, if there is a boot indeed, because I only have 2 pairs of boots.
Oh, do you have performance boots for when you're, Oh, no? Okay.
No.
Gem 2, plagues for kids. This is something for all the horrible parents out there. Just in time for Passover, Judaism.com has a bag of plush plagues, to keep the kids entertained. Only $15.96 if you act now. So you might be saying, okay, what's a bag o' plagues? Here's what you get in the yellow bag of plagues. Notables include a giant lice for the lice plague, an icky boil on a piece of flesh, how about that, and a very sad head for the death of a firstborn son.
Well,
Kid you not.
You know, I used to be jealous of the stuff that kids would get nowadays. You know, our technology was so, like, compared to now, is just light years.
Right.
But not feeling so great about this new.
You would have preferred Pong over the plushy boil?
Plagues?
Yeah, bag of
yeah,
plagues.
I think I might have.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, that was disturbing. Let's go back to dogs, because dogs seems to work at least somewhat.
Yes.
Gem 3, World's Ugliest Dog Voting. The website for the famous Sonoma Marin Fair in Petaluma, California. The fair is host to really the World's Ugliest Dog Championship. So here's the current 3-time running world champ, Sam.
Oh my God.
Now, sadly, Olivia, he passed away over the winter.
Oh my God.
He looks so healthy. Sam was the ugliest dog ever, so now that finally gives the other fugly dogs a chance. So
I was just talking to someone just a second ago about how much I love dogs, and I would even love ugly dogs.
What about that particular dog?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I've loved an ugly dog or two in my time, but that's why I gave up Jaeger. Here's Rascal in third with 2,013 votes. He's kind of cute. He's scrappy. I like him. He's a contender. Now here's Lucille Bald. Oh, wow. In second place, 2,646 votes. Yeah, needs a little work. And our current leader, though, Pee-wee. Yeah, look at that. He's ran into the glass door a few times. 3,186 votes. Don't forget to go online and vote for your favorite. I'm kind of shocked that Nicole Richie was slighted yet again. That's ridiculous. Because that woman is busted.
Nice.
Busted. Good on all fours. You can find all these dogs and, of course, our gem links at attackoftheshow.com. That's our website. It's where we put things online.
All right, everyone. Stay put. Our Game Lab reviews Battlefield 2 Modern Combat for the Xbox 360. Plus, we find out that Invasion star Tyler Labine is as excited as you are that his show is back.
The Feed is brought to you by the U.S. Navy. Navy, accelerate your life.
On the next Attack of the Show, we'll review the collector's edition DVD of Mission Impossible because, you know, that's the sort of thing we do on DV Tuesday. Plus, rock the vote. We scoured MySpace for its hottest girls, and you get to decide who we invite onto the show and who continues to wallow in obscurity. And from Office Space to News Radio to the West Wing to... hell, you get the point. Actor Stephen Root will be here. We've got lots to chat about. That's the next Attack of the Show. He's a beer-swilling Florida slacker who just happens to be humanity's last best hope against an alien menace on the hit ABC sci-fi series Invasion. He's actor Tyler Labine.
Looks like they're pirating images off a satellite grid. West Africa, Brazil, Cuba, you name it.
Look at the water. They're monitoring temperature. These are different gradations in the Atlantic currents.
Why do they care about water temperature?
Maybe they care about what's in the water.
Tyler, even the back of your head acts so much better than anybody else I've seen on network television.
I've been told that before.
You're really, really phenomenal. Thank you for joining us on the couch, man.
You're welcome.
The Invasion. I had it season passed, doing a little boop, boop, boop on the TiVo. Couldn't find it there for a while. What the hell happened? You guys went away.
Oh, boy. That's a long story. There's a lot of politics I won't get into, but basically ABC has their heads up. No.
Oh.
Not going to say that. Basically.
And we're out of time, unfortunately.
No, they wanted to try something else after Lost, like a procedural crime drama, such as The Evidence. It's on with Orlando Jones and Rob Estes. And they wanted to maybe reintroduce us next year in the old Monday night football time slot.
Okay.
Yeah, so they just wanted to see how people respond to something a little different. So it's not 2 hours of,
But when we left, we hadn't seen the anal probes yet. And I'm curious now that we're coming back.
You missed all that?
Apparently I did. I watched it in high def too. I
We
don't know how
pepper
I
those
missed
throughout
it,
the whole series. I mean, I've been anally probed at least 3 or 4 times.
On camera?
Yeah, each episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good role for you.
Yeah.
What has been happening though? Like what have we missed and what's going on?
What anal probe wise, you mean?
Well,
we're done with anal probes.
We're done with probes for now.
Well,
we will get there later on.
You can be done with anal probes all you want. But what have we? Where are we now?
So what are we coming back to?
We're coming back to. I don't know if who was watching at the end of our before we went on this hiatus, but there's a new bad guy in town. Underlay might not be the only bad guy around anymore. There's a guy named James Frayne. His character is Eli Zura. He's kind of this creepy British guy. Cause
all British guys are creepy.
Exactly. I think you can read my mind. Let's do the rest of the interview in British accents.
Sure. I could probe you as well if you want, but
So on Invasion, we. You didn't follow through on that one.
I did it. I was mesmerized by the clip and the fact that the prompter was covered by your ginormous.
I think I'm supposed to be embarrassed right now, but I'm not.
It can't happen on this show. I'm sorry.
So Eli Zura, the new wacko British guy, has been in cahoots with Underlay the whole time, and it's been going on for maybe 3-4 years. We don't even know how long. And he and Underlay have sort of created this hybrid island. Out in the middle of nowhere, and Russell and I, Eddie Cibrian, the guy who plays the character Russell, and I have discovered this new island, and we get on a boat and we go out to basically infiltrate the enemy camp, and at the very end of that we see Eli Zura, James Frayne, kill off Christina and Derek, the two hybrid teens that were humping around.
Now, on the show, you play a conspiracy nut, and I was told that you studied conspiracies nuts to really kind of get into your role.
I did study conspiracies nuts.
Yes,
and they were fantastic.
Did you like shoot nerds at an X-Files convention with tranq darts and then bring them into a room, or did you watch History Channel? What did you do to really get into your role?
I should have done that. I can't believe I didn't even think.
You could get away with it.
You're my new best friend.
Fantastic.
No, I didn't. I kind of had said. I said early on that I did a little bit of research with this kind of subject matter,
right.
And it was very minimal. I'm kind of just a weird guy, and I kind of had a preternatural understanding of being a bit of a nut job.
Are you a conspiracy theorist, by any chance?
No,
you're not.
Or am I?
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm convinced you're out to get me.
No, I'm not out to get you at all.
Good.
No, you shouldn't feel that way. No, I did the usual sort of thing. I watched. Discovery Channel and TLC and whatever was readily available, and there was a couple of shows I watched, like on I think one was called like The Real Yeti.
Oh,
yeah. Dun.
Not the fake one.
No, not the fake Yeti. No.
This is the real deal.
Yeah. And there was also Area 51 and UFOs and all that stuff, and I watched it, and I was just like absolutely amazed by the social awkward retardation of these people, and they know how to speak to each other in a way that I kind of understand. I got it.
We know how to speak to them too. They're our demographic, actually. So thank you for kind of insulting all of them at once.
But I'm insulting myself at the same time. I totally understood the way these broken, fragmented sentences, among groups of people looking for the Yeti, kind of made sense in a weird way to me. So I just sort of used that.
We're almost out of time, sadly, but I want to ask about Flyboys, because I know you're very excited about this up and coming. Tell me about Flyboys.
Yeah, Flyboys is a World War I epic film about fighter pilots before anybody had actually ever really even flown planes. These American soldiers joined the war before America actually did to go and learn how to fly, and through their efforts. There's a bit of American, Americana propaganda here, but through their efforts, America eventually joined the war.
Sure.
And
coming out later this year?
Yeah, October 13th is when it's coming out.
Keep an eye out for it. Tyler, thank you so much for being probed on our red couch. I appreciate it. You did make a mess. Very nice of you.
I did in my pants, though.
All right, everybody. Invasion returns to ABC Wednesday, April 19th at 9 p.m. Right after this break, however, we'll let you know if Battlefield 2 Modern Combat for the Xbox 360 is worth your hard-earned dollars. Oh, but before all that, here's a taste of the CDs that are making our workday just a little bit more pleasant.
Hearing aids. Yeahs. Show your bones. The Flaming Lips at war with the Mystics. Built to spill. You in reverse. The All-American Rejects. Move along. Sufjan Stevens, Illinois.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. As usual, we're live. Really live. Now, our AOTS Game Lab spends 50 minutes trying to determine whether or not this week's hottest games are worth your time. It's a little thing that we like to call the First 50. Today, folks, we're taking a look at Battlefield 2 Modern Combat for the Xbox 360. Now, visually, the game looks marvelous. This is the type of the game that it validates the 9 hours that you spent in line waiting for your Xbox 360. It has come, my friends. Now, you're going to get to play through 20 different single-player missions, and I gotta say, it's pretty, man. It's really pretty. The graphical polish makes all the difference in this one. Great draw distances, smooth frame rates, it's not herky and jerky everywhere, and highly detailed character models and vehicles. Realistic physics, all of this, really, it just heightens the sense of realism. When you're driving a tank through town, barrels and boxes are shattering and flying everywhere, you really feel like you're there. Now, our lab scientists, they were thinking like, isn't this kind of like the Xbox version that was released last October? And in short, yeah. Fortunately, though, they did make some important improvements that everybody was hoping for. First off, it's more comfortable and balanced with the Xbox 360 controller. I mean, part of that is the fact that the 360 controller itself is the best darn controller ever created. But you use the right trigger to fire, of course. You hold the right shoulder button to select your secondary weapons and whatnot. B will reload. Y will hot swap, which is a nice, interesting feature. Let's say you're on the battlefield and there's somebody else in a chopper or a tank and you want to take over it. Boom, right there. You press Y while looking at the person, and you take over their body. Of course, it's an offline-only feature, but it's really fun and adds to the pace of the game. Allows you to really be the Rambo in the scene instead of just watching the AI do everything else. It gives you a really strategic edge on the battlefield. One of my favorite features. Now, we all know that the Battlefield franchise, as fun as it is single-player, it's all about the multi, and the game supports up to 24 players. Now, you're going to get a total of 55 weapons to choose from, 16 unique multiplayer maps, which is always nice. You go into the game, select your type of soldier, be it sniper, engineer, assault class, etc. Choose your preferred spawn point, you hit the battlefield, and when you're dead, which happens to me quite often because I'm horrible at the video games, you get an entertaining spectator mode which allows you to choose from cinematic cameras or view through the eyes of a buddy. The sweetest part of multiplayer, however, involves running someone over in a sweet ride. You gotta love it. 35 vehicles to choose from, helicopters, Hummers, tanks, anything with wheels. It's almost as fun as launching a toilet in someone in Half-Life 2. It's almost there when you're going over a ramp in an ATV and you just splatter somebody all over the grill. Overall, the multiplayer feature is fun. It's easy to find a game. I didn't experience any lag at all when I was playing it myself. And playing as a team member, I gotta say, it's nearly impossible when everybody wants to snipe. So hopefully there'll be some sort of class balancing brought in, maybe a patch down the line. But overall, our Game Lab gurus, they loved it. Again, it's Battlefield 2 Modern Combat for the Xbox 360. If you own a 360, get this. Go right now and buy it. But if you want to test drive, you want to check it out for yourself, there's a free demo available online. We'll have a link at attackoftheshow.com. Now, you like the chat, don't you? Well, you're in for a treat. We'll cover that and your email questions right after this.
First 50 is delivered to you by Domino's and the new XLP pizza. Get the door. It's Domino's.
Oh, come on, don't let the fun stop there. Tune into Brainiac, our own twisted little science fair tonight at midnight. It's part of that little thing we call the barbed wire biscuit right here on the G4. Woo! Now, Olivia, I dipped a toe in the chat room. The water's warm. Do you want to come on in?
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, they're asking all about you. Here are the questions. Unscrewed Ronan says, does Olivia have a MySpace account, and will you be my friend?
You know, actually, we talked about this,
We did?
and you're going to help me right after the show create a MySpace page, and I'll take anyone who wants to be my friend. I've actually never. Is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
I've actually.
Yeah.
The reason why I never started one is just because I'm so sick of people telling me that it's so good for your career. Because I'm like, you know, why don't I just don't want to do that for that reason.
Sure.
So, but now you said it's a cool thing to meet people and a lot of people that watch the show.
Oh yeah.
This guy has like 50,000 friends on MySpace.
Yeah,
He's the most popular guy.
It's really good.
on the
I've never
internet.
been invited to so many truck stops in my life, and I got to tell you, it has done wonders for my personal life as well as the career. So.
Well,
the one
I'll
and the
show up to
same.
truck stops.
Yeah. We'll make a page, invite her out to your mom's basement with wood paneling. Set. Mad Mikey
She
asks
loves that.
Olivia, if an ugly dog showed up in a basket at your door, what would you do?
What would you do?
I would take it in.
Really?
Yeah, it's sad, it's scary, but what are you gonna do?
Would you
it's
throw it on the
helpless.
George Foreman, or would you actually feed it and take
What
care
would
of it?
Kevin do?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're an animal lover.
Yeah, I may have grown up in Japan, but I don't eat dogs.
Wow.
Thanks.
All right. Captain Smee says straight up. Now he's being very serious here.
Straight up,
Answer the man.
yeah.
Pirates or ninjas?
Pirates or ninjas?
Simple question.
I'm going with ninjas. Let me think why.
I'm going with ninjas as well.
Ninjas, yeah. I think ninjas, they don't have to have guns. They just have their hands.
That's
Because
true.
pirates have,
And stars and knives and things like
That's
that.
true. Smoke bombs, just boom,
Boom,
you're gone.
Hey.
Pirates stuck on like wooden ships for months at a time with nothing but like smelly dudes.
Hey, it sounds
Which,
hot to you, Kevin.
Actually, yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'll have to change my answer. But, yeah, okay, ninjas.
Way to
Ninjas.
backpedal.
Ninjas.
All right, you got me. All right, ninjas it is. Now, the Jackal wants to know, Olivia, do you prefer men who wear boxer briefs, or guys that go commando?
Nice. I actually have a very detailed answer for this.
Oh, boy.
Say it slowly and in a deep voice if you can. That'd be great.
I'll try that.
Chickie, wow, wow.
Nice. Okay. I like guys who wear boxer briefs.
Yes, you do.
If they're muscular enough to fill them up and fill them up in other places.
No.
And also if they're too skinny boxers, because you kind of hide some stuff,
Right.
and going to bed, nothing.
Commando. Yeah.
Commando, yeah.
Wow, I struck out on all the chords. Will you?
I'm kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Are there more questions?
There are, thank God. Jeremiah Johnson, final question. Other than surfing, what extreme sport or death sport do you dabble in?
I love rock climbing. Out in California, there's so many different places to do
Well,
that.
I thought you meant the wrestler.
No.
Hey, yo.
He's not my type.
And the joke.
Yeah.
He's
it
too
happens.
muscly for me. I like wiry kind of guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Squirrely, scrawny
Yeah,
guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, Kev. Hey,
Well,
Will.
Hey.
Okay.
This is the beginning of a fantastic relationship on the show, Olivia.
This is
well
working
done.
out.
Well done. Welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome to the family.
Thanks. I'm excited. I was getting a little nervous earlier today, but
You did fantastic. We'll have another one tomorrow. That's our show, everybody.
another one.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Thanks to our guests, Tyler Labine and Will Peragine. Good night, everyone.
Really scrawny.